Hey everybody, welcome to Mainely Movies. The official trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong is finally here, and I'm pretty excited to check it out. This is going to be the fourth entry in Legendary's MonsterVerse series, and brings two titans of the big screen back together again for the first time since 1962. Like many movies originally slated for a 2020 release, this film's been pushed back quite a few times. But surprisingly, the latest delay has sort of been reversed, and the movie's now been moved up to late March rather than May. That makes it seem like they're fairly confident in the film, so I'm really interested to see exactly what they're going to be promoting with this trailer. Some of the story, or just big spectacular monster fights? Let's check it out.
This is our only chance. We have to take it. We need Kong. The world needs him. To stop what's coming. And this child. She's the only one he'll communicate with.
I knew that they had a bond. She had nowhere to go, so I made a promise to protect her. And I think that in some way, Kong did the same.
He seems a little bit bigger now than he was before, but Godzilla was much bigger in King of Monsters than the first Godzilla. Seemingly a bit larger in this one too. So it's making it seem like Kong is kind of working with the humans?
It's Godzilla.
Or trying to protect humans from Godzilla? Oh, there's the big monster fight spectacle that was pretty expected. I'm surprised they're not going with the classical music that they usually do in these trailers.
Godzilla's out there and he's hurting people and we don't know why.
There's something provoking him that we're not seeing here.
I'm of the same opinion.
The myths are real. There was a war. And they're the last ones standing.
I keep reaching for greatness because I'm built from it.
Who bows to who?
Nobody gonna stop me. Here we go.
Kong bows to no one.
Okay, so that was actually more involved than I was expecting. To be honest, I kind of was just thinking this was going to be a display of the visuals and of the big fight scene, because I mean, with a movie called Godzilla vs. Kong, like, that's what you would expect. That's what people are kind of going into the movie, or probably most people at least, are going into the movie wanting to see and expecting. But this trailer showed more than just that. There was actually a lot more of the story and kind of premise setup than I expected there to be. Some of it was kind of rehashing or sort of reminding people of some of the things that happened in Kong Skull Island and some of the previous two Godzilla movies in this series, but there was more to it than that. So I was kind of pleasantly surprised by that. I'm happy to see that there's some attempt at story. There has been in all of these movies in the series, but they've been a little hit or miss on the human story side, at least for me personally. The visuals, though, have always been spectacular with this series. And it doesn't seem like this movie is going to disappoint in that regard. We've definitely got those big exciting fight scenes that everybody is surely looking forward to with this movie. And so it's kind of interesting. They seem to be setting it up as if Kong is sort of protecting people, perhaps the kid, and that Godzilla is being provoked, and then they mention a war, and that they're the only two standing. I'm not convinced though, in terms of the story, not in terms of the trailer or wanting to see this movie. I'm not convinced that what they are presenting to us and saying in this trailer is exactly what's going on in the movie. I don't know. I'm kind of under the impression that this is going to turn into sort of a Batman versus Superman scenario or situation where they're setting it up as this big, like, battle between these two iconic characters, and that they are going to fight, and that there's going to be a very visually spectacular sequence of them battling each other, or a few sequences. But I do think that this is going to end up being more of a team-up movie by the end, and that there isn't going to be a winner. That the war that they were a part of, and that they're the only two left standing, I think that they are actually on the same side. That maybe they don't necessarily know that at first, which is why they're fighting, or they have some other issue that they're fighting about, but that the war that they were part of is with something else, something external. To the two of them. So I think that's going to be the case. So I don't think we're actually going to have a winner between Kong and Godzilla. I think they are going to come together and fight something else. But who knows? I could be completely off base with that. I don't know if it's going to be similar or kind of along the lines of the story of the 1962 King Kong versus Godzilla movie. I doubt it, but they're probably going to pay a lot of homage to that, because in the past Godzilla movies especially, they have certainly paid homage to many of the previous Godzilla movies. So it'll be interesting to see. But like I said, I don't think they are going to end up kind of having a winner amongst them. But since I know everybody's going to ask, am I Team Kong or Team Godzilla? I am a mammologist by profession and by education. So I study mammals. So I kind of got to stick with my organism group and go with Team Kong, just because he's a mammal. But like I said, I don't think that's going to end up mattering, because I don't think they're actually going to have a big winner situation between the two of them. So that's just my take on the trailer, but what did you think about it? Are you excited for the 4th movie in this MonsterVerse series, or are you getting kind of burnt out on yet another Godzilla movie and yet another King Kong movie? Also, are you Team Godzilla or Team Kong? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. Alright, so if you got some enjoyment or insight out of this reaction, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that like button, and if you haven't done so already, please hit subscribe or at it to see more videos like this, as well as movie reviews. Till next time, this has been Alyssa with Mainely Movies, the way life should be.